Hey Aries, I hope you guys are doing great. This is going to be your general life reading for May 1st through the 15th. We're going to take a look at the overall energy that's currently surrounding you, the energy that you're in, any obstacles, challenges, or what might currently be hidden from you, advice from spirit, and your potential outcome. And then we'll wrap it up with an oracle card to get a little bit of affirmation or additional guidance from spirit for you. If you want to skip the card pull and go straight to the message, you can go ahead and click the timestamp in the description box below. Otherwise, let's get started. So I'm going to go ahead and pull, wow, an oracle card for you to get a sense of your overall energy. That one just shot out. So what we have coming out for you first is why. So let's grab another oracle deck and see if we can get any more messages for the energy that's currently surrounding my Aries collective. We have one that just flipped out, and we have rhodochrosite. Be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover. So we'll see how those fit into your overall reading, but let's get into some tarot. We'll start by pulling a card for your current energy. And what we have is the moon. For any obstacles, challenges, or what might currently be hidden from you, we have the Page of Cups. For advice from spirit, okay, we have a couple of cards that came out. We have the Five of Pentacles, and we also have the Empress in reverse. And for your potential outcome for my Aries collective, oh, we have the Sun. Okay, that's promising. So we'll grab another tarot deck and see if we can clarify these messages just a little bit more. So we'll start again with your current energy. Current energy for my Aries collective. And we have the Chariot in reverse. For obstacles, challenges, and what might be hidden, we have one that flipped, and we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. For advice from spirit, we have the King of Wands in reverse. And for your potential outcome, we have one that flipped over, and we have the High Priestess in reverse. Okay, so I'm going to grab a Lenormand deck and see if there are any additional messages from spirit before we get into the reading. So let's see what we have for current energy. We have the Bear. For challenges, obstacles, and what might currently be hidden from you. Okay, we have two that flipped. We have the Rider, and we also have the Ring. For advice from spirit, we have the Garden. And for a potential outcome, we have the Stars. Okay, so let's get into this, Aries. Looking at your overall energy, we have the Why card, and we also have Be Gentle with Yourself. So what this is feeling like is that right now in your life, there are a lot of unanswered questions that you might have. And it almost feels as though you're wondering why things are not working out the way that you had hoped, the way that you had planned. And there might be a sense of you sort of blaming yourself, where you're looking inward and saying, well, I should have done this. I could have done this. Why didn't I do that? It seems as though you're beating yourself up a lot. And with these cards, understanding that there are a lot of questions that are still swirling around you, Spirit is saying that now is the time not to sort of beat yourself up over things. It's okay to question your role in how your life unfolds, but be kind. Be kind to yourself. It almost feels as though you're extending a lot of grace to other things, other situations around you that you're not giving back to yourself. So Spirit is saying that that's something that's super important for you to do right now in the midst of trying to figure things out. Don't forget to be gentle with you, right? Because you deserve that. So getting into the tarot, for your current energy, we have the moon, we have the chariot in reverse, and we have the bear. So what these cards are saying is that for you, there seem to be a fair amount of things that are clouded, that are hidden, that you don't quite understand yet. And with the chariot in reverse, it feels very stagnant, like things are not necessarily moving forward for you right now. And you're trying to sort of channel that inner strength, that I don't want to say aggression because that sounds so harsh, but that push forward and trying to move. But it's almost as if this not knowing, this not understanding is keeping you from moving forward. It almost feels as though this has put you in a state of a little bit of weakness because there's so many questions that you have that haven't been answered just yet. When we look at the challenges, obstacles, and what's currently hidden from you, we have the Page of Cups, we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, we have the Rider, and we also have the Ring. And so what I'm feeling from these cards is that a huge challenge for you is something good coming in, right? That's an obstacle. You're not feeling that there's anything on the horizon for you right now. And with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, when we look at the tarot, the Knight of Pentacles is typically the slowest moving knight in the deck, right? It's something that's very stable. It's something that's very cautious. It's something that's very well thought out. But having that in reverse, it seems as though this slow energy is just not even moving at all. Like there's not even any sort of baby steps, incremental steps to getting to that stability that you're looking for. But what you don't see that's coming in for you is a message of relief with this Rider, something coming in for you. And with the Ring, it almost symbolizes a promise of something better, a commitment to something greater than yourself. These questions that you have are going to be answered in a way that is meaningful for you, in a way that resonates for you. So if it's a matter of, say something like finances or career, why am I not more abundant? Why am I not getting callbacks for these jobs? There's going to be something that comes in that gives you a little bit more insight into what you need to do to change those circumstances. So looking at the advice from Spirit, we have the Five of Pentacles, we have the Empress in reverse, we have the King of Wands in reverse, and we also have the Garden. So what this is telling me, and I know that a lot of people look at the Five of Pentacles and it means, oh, that's a lack, that's being left out of something. There's an absence of goodness and stability and abundance. But what these cards are telling me altogether is that now is the time for you to sort of take a step back. This is the time for you to go inward. It's not you being left out in the cold. It's you sort of stepping back from everything that's going around you and doing a little bit of introspection. And what it's saying is that you need to take a little bit of time and think very carefully instead of sort of rushing in, on pure passion and emotion, whatever this endeavor is that you need to take a more measured approach, that you need to almost put in a little less fire and a little more logic, and you need to spend time sort of nurturing what it is that you want. But you need to take a step back and think through exactly what it is that you're trying to achieve. what goal it is that you have in mind, what your aspirations and dreams are. And instead of, just sort of going in head first and, even though it's something that may excite you, even if it's something that sort of lights that fire in your belly, you need to sort of temper that with strategy, if you will. So, when we think about a garden that we're trying to, create and grow and nurture, it really depends on what you've planted, right? Because roses have different needs than tomatoes, than, different needs than cucumbers. So once you take that step back and figure out what it is that you're trying to nurture, what you're trying to grow, then you can put a little bit of logic and reason and strategy behind that to make sure that the outcome is exactly what it is that you want, that you've created that foundation, that you've created that fertile ground to grow exactly what it is that you're trying to create. Looking at the outcome for you guys, we have the sun, we have the high priestess in reverse, and we have the stars. So what it looks like is that when you take this sort of step back, when you stop beating yourself up about what you can do and you start answering these questions about why and start getting to the how of moving forward and creating this life that you want, you're going to start seeing good things coming in. And with the high priestess in reverse, this is not so much a matter of you sort of going on emotion and just straight using your intuition, doing what it is you feel in that moment. But it's really a matter of, again, infusing that like really cerebral part of yourself to go along with what you're feeling you want in life. So there's a balance to be had for for those two things. And I think that you're going to find it. And what you're going to see is your dreams starting to come to fruition. You're going to start seeing that happiness shining through. You're starting out in the moon where things are just confusing, things are hidden, things are not quite understood. And with the sun card and your potential outcome, you're going to have that illumination. You're going to have that happiness, that joy that comes from that blending of heart and head. And you're going to get to where it is that you want to be. So I'm going to grab one last oracle card and see if there are any final affirmations or guidance from Spirit for you. Affirmations for my Aries collective. Okay, and we have one that flipped out literally on my arm. I hope you all can see that. And what we have for you is trust. I trust that everything will be okay in the end, partly because I simply know it in my gut, but also because it's way more fun to live with trust and confidence than to be a defensive wiener. So, Aries, this is really saying for me right now that even though right now you might be in a state of confusion, and things might be a little bit unknown. But trust that as you continue on this journey, as you sort of find that balance between passion and logic, and you do that work and you start nurturing things in the right way for yourself, that good things are going to come. But you need to trust that process. Don't get too frustrated with yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Everything is unfolding as it should for you. So I will leave it there. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this resonated with you somehow. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future readings. In the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.